The today's outline of the class is plan driven development. So in the module 5 there are two chapters. One is a project planning and quality management. So the first chapter is a project planning. So under this the second point is plan driven development. The plan driven development or plan based development is an approach to software engineering where the development process is planned in detail. So in software development process, for developing the new product, the planning is required. Based on the planning, the software team can work and completes that task. So everywhere the planning is important. Without plan you cannot achieve the goals. So within the schedule the software development team completes that project. So planning is important. So planned development is based on engineering project management techniques and is traditional way of managing large software development project. So with the help of planning, so the managing the large software development the project. So the project plan is created that records the work to be done. So it created records to work to be done, who will do it, that work, the development schedule and the work product. So manager use the plan to support project decision making and the way of measuring progress. So in plan driven development also have some pros and cons. What is the advantage and disadvantage of this plan driven development? So the first point is the advantage and second point is the disadvantage. See here, the arguments in the favor of plan driven approach are that early planning allows organizational issues. Very early planning also drawback and also some issues. So what are the issues? Availability of the staff for developing that product and other projects are also running. So all these are the issues etc. to be closely taken into account, and the potential problems and dependencies are discovered before the project starts. So these two problems are discovered before the project start rather than once the project is underway. So the second point is the principal argument against the plan driven development is that many early decisions have to be revised. So very early decisions have to be revised because changes to the environment in which software is to be developed and used. So very early plan is also drawback. So this because of changes to the environment in which the software is also changed and develop that based on that change. And the next point is a project plan. So in plan driven development project, a project plan set out the resources, what are the resources available to the project, the work breakdown, the whole project can break down into number of small tasks and that each task can develop in for software development team, and finally merge all the tasks and it completes the whole project. And schedule of carrying out the work. So timing is also important. Within the assigned time they complete the work. So what are the different plan section? So introduction means the problem statements. What are the problem statements? Project organization, where that problem is used, which organization, what are the risk for that analysis, risk analysis, what are the hardware and software resource requirements, work breakdown and project schedule. Within that schedule you complete the task, monitoring and reporting the mechanism. So the project plan supplements. So there are number of plans that supplements. So the first plan is configuration management plan. So it describes the configuration management procedure and structure, which type of structure to be used. So all this given in the configuration management plan. So describe the configuration management procedure and structure to be used. So deployment plan. Describe how the software and associated hardware will be deployed in the customer environments. So that developed project will be deployed in the customer's environment. This could includes plan for migrating data from the existing system. So third plan is maintenance plan. So the purpose is it predicts the maintenance requirements, cost and efforts. And next is quality plan. So it describes the quality procedure and standards that will be used in the new project. So validation plan describe the approach, resources and schedule used for the system validation. So all these plans are supplements, project plan supplements. So the planning process. The project planning is iterative process, means repetitive process that starts when you create an initial project plan during the project startup phase, the beginning. So plan changes are inevitable. Why plan changes are inevitable? So in the previous class, software changes are inevitable. So similarly, here the plan changes are inevitable. Why? See, as more information about the system and project team becomes available during the project, you should regularly revise the plan to reflect the requirement, schedule and risk changes. So more information about the system and project team becomes available during the project, you should regularly revise the whatever you plan to reflect the requirement, schedule and risk changes. So changing business goals. Based on the changing business goals, the plans also change. So that leads to changes in a project plan. As a business goal change, this could affect all project, which may then have to be replanned. Once again you have to plan it. So here the project planning process. See here the project planning process diagram. So first you identify the constraints of that project, identify the risk, define the milestone and deliverables, then define the project schedule. Based on schedule is important. Project planner comes to project scheduler and it goes to do the work and monitor the progress against this and monitor the progress after working. Monitor the progress against plan comes decision here. If there are any problems, serious problems, it initiates risk mitigation action and replan the project. If there is no problems, it goes to in this decision. If work is finished and project is completed, if work is not completed, unfinished, then once again do work. So up to when the project is there is no problem, then project finished. So this task is project planning process. And there are number of planning assumptions are there. You should make realistic rather than optimistic assumptions. So when you are defining a project plan, so when you are defining the project plan, you should make realistic rather than optimistic assumptions. The problems of some description always arise during the project and these leads to project delays. Because of this can also lead to delays. In your initial assumption and schedule should therefore take unexpected problems into account. So you should include contingency in your plan so that if things go wrong, then your delivery schedule is not seriously disrupted. So these are regarding the planning assumption. So the next is risk mitigation. What do you mean by risk mitigation? If there are serious problems with the plan driven project planning process and with the development work that are likely to significant delays. If any problems, so it automatically takes more times. You need to initiate risk mitigation action to reduce the risk of project failure. So this is important. In conjunction with these actions, risk mitigation action, you also have to replan the project. Once again you have to plan it. This may involve renegotiating the project constraints, conditions and deliverables with the customers. A new schedule of when work should be completed also has to be established and agreed with the customers. So all these PPT are taken from the and Summerville 9th edition. Thank you.